government quite willing to accede to the wishes of big developers, the institutions in the cities who often are the big developers, and all those powers who, till this point, bit by bit, would move a lot of people out of the city. Cambridge Tenants Union is eager to fight all of these collaborationist efforts of the city government, organize tenants to fight all of these movements of a collaborationist government, and I think also organize tenants to start proposing, people who need housing generally, not just tenants, to start proposing initiatives of our own for affordable housing throughout the city and hold back the tide of not creeping speculative development, but a massive onslaught of speculative development that we've been seeing for years now. I think the next most important battle in this war is the election on Tuesday, November 3rd. I just heard earlier today that about 4,200 new people have registered to vote, and a good part of those will be tenants. I think everyone here has to remind everyone that you know, and then have them pass the word on that people do need to vote on the first Tuesday in November, November 3rd. At the Tenants Union table over there, you can see the list of our 7 candidates on our slate. They are the 5 pro-rent control incumbents now sitting on the city council, plus 2 other candidates who are pro-rent control, who are running for the first time this year. The worst thing and the greatest loss I think that we could suffer at the election would be to lose not just the 5 people we have supporting rent control there now, but to lose rent control. If we don't keep the 5 people we have now, rent control will go virtually overnight, and that will be a tremendous loss. I don't think it needs to happen. I really don't think it will happen, but it's less likely to happen if everyone here goes out and encourages people you know, and then encourage them to encourage people they know to vote for the tenant slate for city council and keep rent control. If we are able to keep rent control, if we are able to keep at least at a minimum the 5-4 majority we have on the city council, then what we need is a massive organizing effort on the part of tenants and other people who support the need for affordable housing in the city to push through city council and other agencies of city government for enforcement of laws that already exist. These laws, in many cases, are not being enforced now. That's why there has been so much condominium development in the city. If we're lucky, and if people work hard, and we actually gain a seat on the city council, then I think we'll be in a rare position. I think at that point, we, people who support affordable housing and take a pro-tenants position in the city, will be in a position to start pushing some strong initiatives for new kinds of housing, new opportunities vehicles, and then one of the best vehicles for doing that will be the Cambridge Tenants Union. Phone calls come into our office daily from people who are being evicted, from people who are facing condominium developments which will have them move, removal permit cases, and on and on and on. If we were to lose in this city council election, I don't think we'll be facing any longer a piecemeal eviction program on the part of the big developers and landlords throughout the city. I think what we'll be facing is an evacuation program, and thousands of people will be pushed to a position where they might have to move. I would ask all of you to come over to our table, sign up with the Cambridge Tenants Union, not just to become a dues-paying member, but also to volunteer your services one way or another. We need people, first and foremost, to handle all of the calls that come into our office. Secondly, we need people to follow up on those calls and take people either individually through whatever process through city government they're facing, or people in large groups need help organizing. And the more we organize, the stronger we'll be, and the better chances for affordable housing in the city will be. Thank you.
And the chairperson of the Ward 5 Democratic Committee, Dan French.
The chair of the Ward 5 Democratic Committee. Our ward committee got elected 4 years ago and will be running again in March of 1988 on a slate of preserving the rich diversity in terms of age, race and ethnicity, and class of our neighborhood, and advocating for increased services and responsible development to support that diversity. Currently, we feel as though the simplex site is the most is the biggest issue that currently faces our neighborhood, because it has the most serious and long-term impact in terms of what our neighborhood will look like 10 years from now. The simplex site is all about development, and we with the ward committee feel that responsible development is not the building of a luxury hotel, is not the building of additional research and development office space, which we currently have way too much of down in Kendall Square. But rather, it's the development of low and moderate income housing, which we are in serious need of. It's the development of additional green and park space. It's the development of a diverse industry so that we can provide a diverse array of jobs to people who live within our neighborhood. And it's also carefully restricted development that will take into account the serious traffic problems that will come to bear with this increased development, that will have a big impact on what is currently a serious traffic problem within our neighborhood. So these are the issues that we have in regards to responsible development, and this is the reason why we as a ward committee unanimously endorsed this weekend's tent city. We think that MIT has a responsibility to negotiate with neighborhood groups around what this development will look like, and we think it's time for MIT to stop tearing down the housing in the industrial buildings in this neighborhood and start putting them back up. In addition, I come to you as a member of Local 509 SEIU, and which is a union of 8,500 state workers within the state of Massachusetts. And I bring to you the endorsement of our COPE committee. Our COPE committee unanimously endorsed the tent city weekend with a recognition that unions need to begin to build coalitions with community groups, because the struggles of community groups are the struggles of unions. Many of our union members live in neighborhoods like Cambridgeport, including myself, as well. A lot of the consumers that we deal with within our jobs are struggling with daily issues of housing, jobs, adequate health care. If MIT would go ahead and build additional low and moderate income housing, it certainly would make our jobs a whole lot easier. So, thank you very much.